guys, it's great to have you here again. My name is James, and today we're going to be looking at how you can rank a blog post on the first page of Google, right? Um, Ranking a blog post on the first page of Google is it's not really easy. It's and It's more difficult if you're not a copywriter or content writer. So, or perhaps you're just a business owner, right? And you really want to get your website or your blog on the first page of Google. I mean, if no matter what you're posting or publishing on Google, if it's not getting visibility, if it's not getting on the first page, it's nearly impossible for your audience to actually see your services, your products. So it's really important to get your article on the first page of Google. Now, but this is not really easy. Especially with when there's a lot of information already out there for the keyword you're trying to target. Yes, you're trying to target, right? So that means you need to have a plan and a strategy on how to get your blog or your website on the first page of Google. Now, and that's what we're going to be looking at today. Now, to do this, I've taken a snippet of a chat I had with a client that needed some blog post written. Yeah, so uh, so my client, top 10 web hosting.co.uk, needed some blog post written on best open cloud server hosting, best N-E-N Austin, best Docker VPS Austin. Now, okay, so for a case study, we're going to be looking at got this blog rank, this keyword rank, best Docker VPS Austin provider, right? Now, of course, my client is on the hosting space, and so it's more of an affiliate website to recommend hosting services. So, so it's really important. Now, we're going to be looking at how we got this keyword best Docker VPS hosting provider ranked and how you can actually rank your blog post on the first page of Google consistently. Now, to do this, we'll be looking at some tools you need to actually achieve this, right? Definitely, you'll need an AI writing tool, right? Like AI writing tool like Cloudy AI. I prefer to use Cloudy. You can use ChatGPT, you can use Gemini, but I prefer to stick with Cloud AI because I believe, in my opinion, it's better in terms of when it comes to writing. Now, again, another tool you'll need an AI humanizer, right? Because don't forget, Cloudy is an AI writing tool which generates AI content. Yeah, so you'll need an AI humanizer, because take it or leave it, Google firms that AI generated content. To actually make content not AI generated with that humanized feel. So we use Rehumanize AI like JBCONTENTLAB. It's an AI humanizer. So right. Then the third tool you need is Neuron Writer. Neuron Writer is an on-page SEO tool, right? I'm gonna showing you each of these two in a moment. It's an on-page SEO tool, so you can get keywords to actually use in your article to so that you can rank for those terms, right? Now, then fourthly, you need a readability checker, readability tool, right? And I prefer to use MOA Editor, right? I prefer to use MOA Editor. Now, in that case, we're basically playing around four tools here. We're using Cloud AI, we're using Rehumanized AI by JB Lab, we're using NeuroWriter, and we're using MOA Editor. Now, right? Then as okay, as a content writer, as the person who's trying to write this content to, you probably perhaps not even a content writer, right? You just want to know, perhaps you just started your website not too long, and you don't have money to pay rather yet, or so you're looking to write a blog post, or perhaps you're a content writer and you really want to know how to get blog posts to rank on the first page of Google. Now, that is our target, right? Ranking on the first page of Google, because as a copywriter and an SEO expert, I believe if your blog post, your website content, if it's not on the first page of Google, then it's going to be really difficult, because people aren't going to leave the first page and go scroll the second page. Not to mention, there's a thing with AI visibility these days. So ranking on the first page of Google is really important, right? Now, we've mentioned the four tools you need. On your part, you'll be needing to make manual research. Yeah, you also be doing some inline editing. We'll be doing some fact checking, right? Because, for example, some I believe anyway that all type of content, right, regardless of the type of article you're writing, you always have to do fact check, right? Especially when you're writing with an AI writing tool like Cloud, like ChatGPT, like Gemini. You've got to do a lot of fact checking, because you don't want false information to go out there. So you're gonna be doing a lot of fact checking, right? Then, of course, we're going to be including internal and external links, and, of course, images, right? So, uh, that's basically what you have to know personally, and the tools you need. Now, let me introduce you to each of these two right away, and how we got this blog post to rank. Okay, when I check here, and I'm gonna show you my client's website in a bit. When I check for best, let me just say best Docker VPS hosting provider. Yeah, let me just say best Docker VPS provider, right? Um, okay, you're looking, you can see top 10 web hosting code UK. And that's my client website. And you can see we're ranking, this blog post is ranking in the first page of Google. It's ranking in the first page of Google. Uh, you can see for this keyword, we're ranking on the second spot, on the first page of Google. Now, when I say best Docker VPS, now you can see for different keywords, for these keyword best Docker VPS, we are also ranking on the first page of Google on the second spot, right? I've got host device here. I've got of course we've got web hosting.co, right? Now okay. Now okay, what about I say best Docker VPS hosting provider? Now, these are keywords that people would normally use where perhaps when they're trying to look for a Docker VPS provider, right? They're gonna probably test in best Docker VPS provider. What's the best Docker VPS provider? Or best Docker VPS service. So these are keywords. So we want to rank for each of these keywords, and you can see we're ranking for each of these keywords on the first page of Google. Now I'm going to show you how you can do this and how you can actually rank for uh for different topics on the first page of Google. Now going back to sorry, again back. Okay, I'm just okay. Okay, now going back to Cloud AI. So, because you should know Cloud AI. This is what Cloud AI looks like now. This is what Cloud AI looks like now. Uh, Getting started with this, with the whole process, right? I normally have a template I use, right? Uh, when generating AI prompts, right? AI prompts. Now this is what my prompt looked like, right, on cloud. You can see it's a very, very long piece of prompt. Yeah, it's a very, very long piece of prompt. Just gonna walk you through it a little bit. Now you can see the title of the article, Best Docker VPS Hosting Services in 2026. You can see target keywords. Then of course you can see I picked we've got two reference articles there. because some basic information I wanted to stick with when generating this content. You can see it's really, really long information. Okay, really, really long. Then, of course, these are all information. Then you can see this ones. I've got some keywords, right? I said you must use all these keywords below and right in this article. Now, these are the keywords, right? Now, where did I get these keywords from? Of course, that takes us to our on page as on page SEO2 in NeuroWriter. Now we used NeuroWriter to generate this keywords. Now this is NeuroWriter. Now basically how it works is you just paste in the target keywords you want to rank for. Best Docker VPS hosting provider. You pick the country you want to run for. In this case, I picked the the UK, right? So because my client is from the UK now, and the website's from the UK, right? So you pick that and you just the keyword, the country, and you scan, right? Now once you have that, it's gonna look like this. Then once you click this, this is what the dashboard looks like, right? This is what it looks like. Now to explain this, right, we've got basically, okay, let me come to the side of the article, of the side of the dashboard rather. Now you can see we've got article terms. These are article terms. These are the keywords we did copy. These are the keywords, right? These are the keywords we did. These are the basic keywords. Then you've got the extended keywords. I like to call them secondary keywords. Now, we did copy a lot, each one of them to copy. Just click on here and just list items, copied it, and that is how we got there into here. You can see, right? These are the keywords, right? These are all the keywords. Now if you notice, mine is really long because I like to stick with I like to use the basic. Then I picked like I do normally pick like the first 10 of the extended. So I don't basically pick everything. So right, okay, that's how we go to the keywords. Then of course you got to have an article structure. Now the article structure is what the structure of the article is gonna look like. Now that's where I'd say your manual research comes into play. Now, don't forget, I did mention you doing some manual research, right? Now, for the manual research, you're going to have to just type in there best Docker VPS provided and just see what your competitors are doing out there, what their article structure looks like. In this case, don't forget I did use two reference article. Now I did use Ostervaz, right? If you come back here, you can see Ostervaz, right? Then I used Google Host, right? So when you come, you can see I used Host Advice. Let me see if we can see Google Host. Okay, I can find them probably for this particular session. Now, but so you just have to do some manual research, click on those devices, um, just look at what the structure of the article looks like, pay attention to some of the keywords that they are using in the article. Now you can see, looking at it straight away, you can see this is a listicle. Now it's a listicle article. In other words, it's a list, right? We've got 10 pairs local VPS hosting services. Okay, in May 2026. Now you can see, right? So in other words, our article has to be a list too, right? It's got to be a list. So when you came here, you can see we start with that. It was the least we also did now because my client the name of the website is 10 best uh hosting. Let me show you again. You can see 10 10 and top 10 web host site hosting. So I just decided to stick with the list being 10. You understand? 10 number. Now, because then we need to have some H2 in there. Now, you've got to look at uh, the headings or the other headings, you've compared it with put in there to see the other headings you need. Now you can see we've got okay, that's a tent. Okay, let me go up a little bit. Okay, you can see we've got how to choose the best Docker VPS hosting provider. Okay, what is the Docker VPS hosting? When to choose and when to avoid Docker VPS hosting. You can see now when you go over here, you can see got a similar header there, how to choose the best Docker hosting providers. And I've got my conclusion. I've got some frequently asked question. Now that's about how our competitor article structure look like. You can see they've got some frequently asked question. So that's about the manual research, right? You've got to do some manual research to see what the article structure looks like and how you can position yours that way. Now, okay, so that's about how the article template looks like, right? That's a long it's a long template. I kind of feed it into Cloudy and to generate the article and the quality I want, right? So because a little bit of information now, to a little bit of information about this. Then we move down to when the article was generated. Now now this was the article Cloudy came up with. Now, this was the article Cloud came up with. Now, this was the article. Now, don't forget I said this is an AI generated content. Now, you can't just possibly copy this and paste it into your WordPress and do your backend SEO and then just click publish. It doesn't really work that way. It could work that way if that's how you want to play it, but I would not recommend or advise such. So once you've got your act, once you follow the process and get in this draft, right? Like I just mentioned. Now, don't forget, this is an AI generated article. One of the reasons you can't just copy this and paste it into WordPress and just click publish is because now there are gonna be some, I wouldn't even say some, I would say a lot of some misinformation, right? So that's where our fact checking comes into play, right? I did mention fact checking, right? So we're gonna be fact checking a whole lot of things like some of the information, the pricing, because it's really tricky when it comes to price because these is gonna be official website like Ostinger. It's possible that they've changed the price, so you can't possibly stick with information given to you here by cloud. So you're gonna confirm some information like, oh, did they really offer a 30-day money guarantee plan, 30-day money back guarantee? Is this price really accurate? Now you're gonna be fact checking for each one of them, right? For Kamatar, for each one of them, for Digital Ocean. Now we're gonna do a lot of fact checking. Now that's where okay you can't really use AI. You're gonna use stick with your skill there. Now okay now so once you've got this AI generated draft, the next step is you've got to humanize this. Now this way Rehumanize AI by JBCONTENTLAB comes into the picture. Now, don't forget, we generated our drafts, right? We generated our article draft using a template, which I've told you, right? Um, to get the kind of content we're looking at. Now, we're trying to rework that draft. We're trying to make it more human, sound more human. Google doesn't just flag it as AI generated content because I believe Google has a boot that actually supports AI generated content. And don't forget, yeah, you've got competitors already there that are already ranking for this keyword you're trying to rank for. So those articles that are on the first page of Google, they are from really good credible website that Google's trust. So if you want to really rank for that keyword, you've got to provide immense value yourself now. Now We're going to be using Rehumanize AI by JB Content Lab. Now, this is what Rehumanize AI by JB Content Lab. Now, this is what it looks like. This is one of our products. This is one of our products. All right, Rehumanize AI by JB Content Lab. Now, Rehumanize AI is an AI humanizer, right? It's an AI humanizer. So, okay, I'm gonna just show you how it works. It's basically really simple. Now, the essence of an AI humanizer is not is to avoid being flagged by AI detectors like the likes of Copilix, GPT Zero, Zero GPT, Originality. Uh, so you want to avoid being flagged by AI detectors. Now, so basically, I'm just gonna think it's really simple. It's just about copying, just copying okay, okay, just have to copy like a chunk of the test a little bit, just show you it will lead to test, right? What it looks like, because I don't want the video to be so long. Now, right, so this is the first part of the text. Now, for Rehumanize AI by JBCONTENTLAB, I advise sticking to keeping the content within 500 words to get the best uh quality out of the two, right? Sticking to just 500 word. I don't 500, 600 word. Don't paste in 1,000 word, right? Now, and that's it, and you just click humanize, right? Okay, it's gonna take a bit of time. Now, okay, once we've got this content from Rehumanize, now this the output. You can see the output of the content. Now on Rehumanize, you can notice something now. I know there's several AI humanizers out there. Of course, when it comes to the tools, there will be a lot of bad tools and some really good ones. And I can tell you, Rehumanize AI is one of the best AI humanizer out there because as a copywriter and the NEAR's SEO team put a lot of work actually making this tool a success. Now you can see it's stuck with you can see it's stuck with the H2 or rather the H1 of the article. You can see it's you can actually format right away. You can see best doc VBS hosting provider in 2026 is stuck with that as well. You can see it keeps the content original. Now, and you can see it's one of the few AI humanizers out there that actually stick with your original keywords, right? I mean, don't forget we're getting those keywords from neural right on which we've used on cloud, right? We've used on cloud now, and don't forget these keywords are in here within the content you're trying to rehumanize, right? Now, a lot of AI humanizer will completely change your keywords. I mean, you definitely you'll basically be left with no keywords in there, right? But rehumanize sticks with your keywords, right? It sticks with the keywords. So it's really SEO friendly. It's really SEO friendly. Now, all right. Okay. I'm gonna show you. I want to show you an example of sticking keywords. Like I mean, okay, you see, for example, we've got a keyword here: best Docker VPS hosting services, right? You can see that's a keyword. Now, when you would go to the rehumanized content, you can see we've got that same keyword here: best Docker VPS hosting services. You can see it's stuck with the keyword now, and actually you can just copy to check. Right. Let's check on zero GPT. And let's check on Okay, we're checking on GPT-0 right now. Okay, says something went wrong. Okay. All right, I'll figure that out. Let's check on colleagues. Okay, all right, I'm just gonna paste this thing and just click scan. Okay, just patient with this. Yeah, let's check on zero GPT. Okay, you can see it's humor written just 23% AI score on zero GPT. This is taking longer than I expected. Okay, success. And you can see it's 100% human written, no AI detected, right? Now, basically, that is what Rehumanize is for, right? Um, Actually helping you bypass AI detectors like copy zero GPT-0. So, all right, now you just copy this text. This is the text, the new text you basically be working with, and just copying into. Okay, this is Emmy. This is what Emmy looks like already. You should know that. I think so. Now, it's basically just this is an article I'm working on. I'm just gonna just showing you an example. Now, basically just copy into MLA. So it looks like this, and you just repeat the whole process. Now, you'll be repeating the whole process till you get to the end of the article, right? Now you do that, then of course, I've explained what neural writer is for. Then you do it once you've done with that. Don't forget you do your fact checking because like I said, the pricing is some of the pricing is going to be inaccurate, some of the information is going to be inaccurate. Then of course you want to include your internal external links in there so that you you'll be ranking so that you'll be linking to some of your other published posts on your website. Then of course you're including some really good images too. Now this is what our article looks like. Let me show you the final result. Okay, now this is what our article looks like, right? You can see this is what it looks like. You can see we've got some images, we've got some internal link in here. There's an internal link. Now, cause this is an external link to Obstinger. Now, this is what the final output looks like. You can see it's really well written. Now, don't forget in each of this information, right, for each provider has been for checked. Now, so regardless of what topic you're writing on, you've got to pay attention to fact checking. I can't stress that enough because don't forget, you guys, you're using the AI writer in Cloudy, right? So Cloudy is a really good AI writer. It's got lots and tons of information, correct? But you've got to do some fact checking on your own end to make sure you're not feeding your audience with wrong information. So it's really important. Now, this is what the article looks like. This is what it looks like, right? Now, so that's it. That's how to basically write an article that ranks on the first page of Google. Now, you can do this for different keywords. Now, I'm going to show you something. We've also written on okay best open cloud server hosting. I'm just gonna search for that. And you can see you can consistently best open cloud okay server hosting. You can consistently rank for that. Now you can see this article too is ranking on the first page. Okay, I'm just gonna go incognito here a bit. Okay, okay, it's not gonna work because it's just somehow just changed my location. So basically, that's how to uh, rank on the first page of Google. Now, if you're a website owner or business owner and you really don't have the time on your on to do all of this and you really want to rank uh, you really want to rank your website, your business, and your services, so your competitors don't attract all the potential clients. You can get in touch with us, and we can actually schedule something to see how we can work for you to give you the best result. Uh, I look forward to seeing you in the first video. I hope you've learned a lot here, and don't forget, like I mentioned, the three, four tools you need to get this done. You need Cloud AI. You need Rehumanize AI by JBCONTENTLAB. Now, Rehumanize AI by JBCONTENTLAB is really, really affordable. It's really, really affordable. Now, the pricing, uh, the pricing, we've got a 3 day starter access plan for just $2 for 8,000 watts. Now, these are the humanization words you get. Now, the starter plan costs just $9 for 25,000 word, and our standard plan cost $18 for just set for 70,000 word. Now, compared to a lot of humanizer out there, you can do the research yourself, and you can see we are really, really generous when it comes to word counts that you really get. And it's not just about we didn't just provide an AI humanizer that actually uh that's really just affordable. We paid attention when it came to actually bypassing AI detectors, when it came to actually being SEO friendly, and of course we've got other features here like a grammar checker and readability checker. Now, of course, I did forget to mention this, right? I mean, whatever article you've worked on, uh you got to copy the article, right? You got to copy in the article. Let's see, I came back. Okay, you got to copy in the article and just paste the content here. Select the English or the start and just click on humanize, click on grammar, and you get the feedback. It works more like Grammarly, and it's really really good. That's basically why I didn't write, because normally I would include an a grammar checker in here, right? To be the 52 in here, right? But I didn't include that because I use Rehumanized AI grammar checker to do uh my proofreading and editing, so you won't be needing Grammarly anymore for that. You use Rehumanized AI for humanizing and also uh for proofreading, right? So see you in the next video. I hope you found this content helpful. Now please don't forget to like, share, and of course please subscribe. It goes a long way to support what we do here. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you.